Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Oh, you did that one good. I like it.
I did that.
That one came out really good. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm a little late. That's why I was early all this week, so I could have a late day. So
yeah,
that's my excuse.
you can make it up.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh my goodness. What a morning.
Brandon was supposed to have surgery today, but they canceled on him again.
Oh my gosh. What is with them? Why do they keep doing that?
It's the stupid insurance.
Oh my gosh.
They keep putting the wrong code and all kinds of stupid shit. It's dumb. It's way dumb.
And picking. Huh. Your little bug sticking out. Oh my God.
That he was over there bent over. Valerie thought he was nude. She's like, he's getting brave.
I was like, Sally, you have a problem. Oh my goodness. How's everybody doing? How's fishing and picking doing? I guess today's... Oh, there's Hank. There's Hank. Oh, how you doing?
There we are.
It's Friday, which means absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all.
Guess what?
What?
I'm so proud of myself.
What?
I got one more shelf cleaned out.
Oh, good job.
So that was like men's stuff, you know, men's shirts. I had like 6 totes of men's shirts.
Oh my gosh.
And then, but that's the good thing. But the bad thing is there's a lot of stuff that's not listed. There's a ton of stuff that's not. So I'm not going to have to go. I can go thrifting from those boxes because there's so much stuff. And there's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, why hasn't this sold? Well, it's not listed.
That's why. Huh. Yep. It's crazy. And it's crazy once you start going through this stuff and you see how much is not listed. It's like, what in the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said before, though, I think probably half of everything that's in those totes is not listed. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. And one thing that I was thinking about when I was going through the totes was, well, what if it's listed on eBay? What if it's not listed on eBay and it's listed on Poshmark? So what I'm going to do, right? What I'll do is when I'm going through to list it on eBay, before I do that, I will go to Poshmark and see if it's listed over there. If it's listed over there, all I got to do is cross-list it with my list perfectly. And it's a done deal, you know.
Right on.
So maybe I can, I don't know, figure it out. But I probably put a little too much into that whole process as far as, you know, time-wise. But
why?
Just because I'm not listing as much as I normally do. But you know, it'll pay off.
Hi, J. Marie.
Hello, J. Marie. But it'll be worth it.
Hey, Liz.
In the end, I feel.
Yeah, it definitely will be, sis. I mean, as soon as you get it all in, you're going to be like, boop, boop, boop.
Oh,
boop,
man.
you know,
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait because I've done the tote thing for so long.
Yeah.
That I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it no more. I wish I could just snap my fingers and it was all done, but.
I know. Well, I'm about done with this freaking box system too, because, I mean, hell, we got everything except Y and Z.
Yep.
And those stacks are getting pretty high, and I'm not growing any taller.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Yesterday we were in the eBay room and I said, "Oh, I gotta pull those pants that I just sold on Posh," because I sold a pair of pants on Poshmark yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
So I got 2 sales on Poshmark yesterday.
That's awesome.
That hasn't happened, and well, I don't think that's ever happened, to tell you the truth.
It has. You've got.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I think this is my first one. First time I've had more than one. Anyways, I was like, it's in box U, and he starts digging. He's like, oh, it's the second box from the bottom.
Of
like,
course. Of course. That's the way it always happens. Jay Marie says, I sold a pair of jeans this morning. How do y'all ship jeans? Pirate Ship sent out an email about new USPS rates. I'm gonna see what rates they have for jeans. Usually for me it's a padded flat rate,
Yeah, that's what I use.
And
envelope.
It's, $733. The customer pays $8.
Is that all that package?
Oh. Well, hang on.
She's busy.
Valerie says she's busy.
Who's busy?
He says, who's busy? I feel like I'm having a conversation with myself.
Huh?
How's it going?
The padded flat rate.
Stork.
The magic Poshmark bus.
Yes. I tell you, I'm still a Poshmarker. If eBay ever got to the point where it was too much or being stupid or whatever, I don't know that I could really. I guess I could probably make Poshmark work full time for me.
I have all kinds of jeans that go padded flat rate.
Oh yeah.
Marie.
The trick is, if you're smushing them in, the trick is if you cut the bottom, just snip it, and then you put your jeans in, and then you put a piece of tape over the cut. Mm-hmm. That actually works, because when you're pushing the jeans in, it pushes all the air out, so you can actually get them in. I don't know if a lot of people would do that, but
yeah. Well, I mean, we don't usually do that unless we're really trying to get something into a padded flat rate. But usually jeans, if you fold them right, they'll go right in.
Yeah. And also, if it's too big, if it's Poshmark, and you don't have to put them in a padded flat rate. You can put them in any kind of mailer, USPS mailer. So as long as it's not like Express, I think is the only thing you can't put them in. But that's what you get when you figure out all these little back end things. After doing it for 3 years. However long we've been doing
Is there
it.
anything else that has to go?
Is there anything else, Sally, that needs to go out?
Nope, that's it.
Nope, that's it, Brandon.
On my 3 today.
Nothing on eBay.
I feel like I'm having a conversation.
Valerie said she feels like she's having a conversation for herself.
Nothing on eBay?
Nope.
Just that one.
That's just that one.
Shut up. I can hear him. I just choose not to. Most of the time.
I know. I understand. Selective hearing.
Yeah, I sold that. Ski suit with the jacket. Midwest Fox Point is the brand. It's older. I got that from my brother-in-law, so I didn't pay nothing for it.
Sweet.
And it came with a pair of boots that was still in the box, but they're pretty rough. Whenever I got them, I cleaned them up a lot. But from 1967, I believe.
Woo!
So so they are old.
Okay, I'll be back.
Huh?
I said I'll be back.
You going to have breakfast by yourself?
Yep.
Okay, bye-bye.
You never want to go with me. I'm taking your coupon too.
Why? You're going to get 2?
Yep.
You're going to bring me bum back?
Yep.
Okay.
No, Sally's he's gonna eat both of them. Wouldn't put it past him, right?
I shouldn't, because you're mean to me. I shouldn't.
Morning, everybody.
Starve.
Morning, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Bye, peoples.
Oh, you.
Bye, Brandon.
Look at you. You got a kiss on the forehead. You lucky duck, you.
No, I'll slobber on you.
Oh my God. I love the padded flat rates also. I used to sell a bunch of like little pieces, but they were heavy, like different like hardware pieces, like hangers and stuff for like pipes and stuff like that, and little like little bolts and stuff like that. But they were really heavy, especially when people bought mass quantities of them, you know.
Right.
And I mean, but I could fit like a whole order in those padded flat rates.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was like way cheap to send them, you know.
Yep.
I love those things.
Yep.
Especially if you're selling like little tools and stuff and little hardware and stuff. I had these little locks that I used to sell too, these little cam locks. I bought like thousands of them for like $7 or whatever. And I sold them off, and when people bought them, yeah, I just sold them those padded flat rates, and like I said, you know, a bunch of them got really freaking heavy fast, you know.
Yeah.
But I was still able to ship them so cheap.
Yep. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Bump Crack Picker. Kitter's at the beach. Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Johanna Parrish. Liz. Good morning.
So I just say hi, everybody.
Well, I like when I come on a show, I like to hear my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say my name. Say my name.
And yeah, when we're doing voice, it's easier to just say hello to everybody. But when I'm chatting, yeah, it's just hi all.
Yep. I know.
Everything.
I understand. But yeah, I'm definitely loving me some. I love the fact that I can list on both platforms, because I'm not doing. I still have my Macari shut down. I still have my what is it? My Macari, my Etsy shut down. I just haven't redone those, and I don't know if that I will, because I'm going to be leaving in a couple of weeks anyway. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, definitely Poshmark that's my like my little savings account. You know.
Mine too.
I don't know. I just love it.
I feel like I can keep money in there better than I can on my eBay. Because
Yeah.
like my PayPal, Brandon goes in there, let me transfer some money over to my card, and it takes it all my money, and then it's gone or whatever. Let me make sure I ain't got no ship nothing. And then he takes all my money. But on Poshmark, you don't even know.
Yeah, it's easier to access too on PayPal than it is.
Right.
But when they put that new payment system through, maybe it's going to be the same way because you got to transfer to your bank account now.
I don't know, because I've had lots of people come up in here and say that they were able to get paid every day, and
that managed payments you can
they didn't have problem.
I think it just depends on how it can hit your bank, because I know a few people that have went managed payments.
Hi, Beth, I'm here.
Yes, Beth, I do occasionally shop from Poshmark.
I do too.
I try not to, because
holy crap,
I really don't need what?
I said, holy crap, I have more than in there than I thought I did.
I got money. But the thing that I like about it is it does have that, there's a couple of days before it can hit your bank when you redeem it. So you kind of have to think about things. Do I really need to, but I just really enjoy Poshmark. I just like their whole setup.
Yeah, I like shopping on Poshmark too, but I would rather do a bundle than just buy one thing.
Yep.
I wish Poshmark worked like eBay. You didn't have to share all the time. That part I don't like, but otherwise I like everything else about Poshmark. I like the ease of listing and everything, but
who's calling you from Pennsylvania?
It's Amish Outlaw, whatever it's called. Amish Mafia.
Amish Mafia.
That show is ridiculous.
You're a dork.
Hey!
When I first saw that show and they had that leader of the mafia, Mafia, and he was like in a dark room with just a little light.
It's so stupid.
It's good. I loved that show. I loved that show. I thought it was so good. I thought it was so good.
I think I watched like a quarter of an episode one time. I was like, this is so stupid.
It is stupid.
I loved it.
And like, if you ever meet any Amish people, they're not like that.
No.
They're like so much more reserved than those people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure that show pissed off the Amish community.
Oh, I'm sure it did too.
Yeah.
Because it brought a lot of light.
I mean, I don't even know how they get away with being filmed. You're not even allowed to own a mirror.
Right.
No, they don't like to be photographed.
Well, that's not even it's not even the thing of being photographed. They're not supposed. That's why they dress so drab and everything, is because they are not supposed to like take pride in appearance or for the women they're supposed to be just plain Jane.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't supposed to. Maybe they weren't real Amish people.
Yeah, probably more like Mennonite or something.
I don't know.
No, but maybe they were just actors.
I think, and this goes with every religion, and I don't like to get on the religion thing, but it's like, you get the fanatics that go whole hog and go by everything that says in the book, and you get the ones that they
read between the lines.
Oh, what?
Don't they do
mouse?
What?
I don't know.
My foot.
Sally,
Oh.
Sally scared me. That doesn't look like a mouse.
No, this bottle, it's like it's gonna explode.
Uh-oh.
It's like really bowed out, but it was by my heater vent.
Oh, it probably got way too hot.
It's alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and now
Oh, but let's see. Fishing and Pickett says I bought some Amish cheese bread last week. Started eating half the loaf and realized the green stuff was mold. Ew.
Oh no!
Well, at least you got your penicillin for the.
Yeah. Don't get any infections, anyways.
That's right. That's right. You're good to go. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Beth says I wish you could bundle from more than one seller. Yeah.
Yes, me too.
I think that would be cool, but I just don't.
How would
I
they
don't
manage
see.
that?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a mouse on your shirt, Sally.
I know.
Peeking over. But
And if all the little mousies were like Mickey Mouse, I wouldn't mind them.
I know, me neither.
I still wouldn't like them. Nope. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Don't want no part of you.
Yeah, mice are more scared of you than are more scared of you than you are of them. But
mine aren't.
And they won't hurt you unless you corner them. But how do you know if you're not going to corner them? Like if one is in one of your boxes or something, and you go in to grab something, they might think they're being cornered and bite you.
It's not even a fact of them biting me. I don't, and I know when I see one, normally they're going to run away, but I just don't like anything about them.
No, me neither.
I'm not scared of them. I just don't like, I am scared of them, but
I'm afraid that if I'm sleepy, one will come and poop in my mouth or something.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's not anything that I've ever thought of, but.
No, I did.
Yeah, thanks, Nikki. You're always helping a gal out here.
That's a good thing about wearing a CPAP mask.
It's true. It's true.
No spiders or mice or anything get in your mouth.
I'm a nose breather when I sleep, but who knows? You never know if you open your mouth and a mouse is running across. They poop and pee as they run. So
I don't want to know about that. I never would have thought about that, but now, thank you.
Valerie's gonna go to sleep with a nylon on her head now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's when my name is Earl.
I know that. I thought about that. I thought about getting a cat that would stay just in this side of the house, but I hate cat boxes so much. Litter boxes.
Not an inside cat, anyways.
Well, yeah.
I just really hate litter boxes.
Yeah. I don't care how clean you are. My sister was a fanatic about her litter box, and I could still walk in the house without she had a cat.
Yeah, and I know that they have stuff that covers the smell of it. Doesn't matter to me. I can still smell their shit.
You can still smell a cat.
Yep. I don't know. I know, Beth. I'm always surprised that there's not mice or bugs in the bins.
But it's coming from all that stuff. It's coming from other stores, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I am sure that a lot of those places are not mice free, and then those big old bins. I mean, that's a perfect place for a mouse to live in is, a big mound of clothes. Yeah, that makes me sick. I'll never go to the bins again.
Oh, stop it. You lie.
Grandma Wrinkles, good to see you. Listening in the background and heard you talking about a mouse. Reminded me of the time you found a mouse in your utility room. That was so funny.
That was hilarious. Hi, Lugnut. You're a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, Lugnut.
Makes me want to go.
Lugnut's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good boy. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a good boy. Give me
Can you go
treat.
talk to Sally?
I want him treat,
I
Mama.
haven't talked to Sally in a long time.
Give me treat. I'm a good boy.
Todd,
Hi,
Hi,
Todd.
Todd.
don't forget to wish Todd and Carol a happy birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
It's their birthdays.
yay.
They have their birthday on the same day. So that's
I'm
exciting.
going to say it right now. Happy birthday, guys.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yep. Lugnut. And then your daughter's dog's name is Diesel, right?
Yeah, Diesel.
Okay. Well, that's good, Todd. I'm glad you're still kicking.
I told Valerie before the show started, I miss Todd.
I do too.
I tried to do your picker yell and it wasn't the same.
The picker holler.
Yeah, since there's no show tomorrow, we should sing happy birthday to them now.
Oh, he says sing to me. Go
Oh,
ahead,
there you
Valerie.
go.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, guys.
Happy birthday
Cha-cha-cha.
to you.
Happy birthday, dear Todd and Carol. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
And
There
many
you go.
more.
There you go. You got your birthday song. Oh my gosh. So I got, what did I get? No sales on eBay.
No?
No.
Oh.
2 sales on Poshmark. I sold
No.
a pair of jeans for $55.
Woo! What brand was those?
Page.
No.
Never heard of it.
It's a great brand. Great. It's a high-end brand. And then I sold a pair of, they're called Pull and Bear.
Polar bear?
No.
Pull, like Pull, and Bear, Bear.
Pull and bear.
It's actually I believe it's a overseas brand.
Oh.
And it's a pair of those, you know, those like in the 90s, the guys would wear like those work boots, like the yellow work boot type of shoe.
Mm-hmm.
They're like that, but they actually zip on the side. They have the lace up, but they actually have a zip on the side. So I sold a pair of those for, I think, $20, $25. So I did some good sales on Poshmark. So I've never wore a pair of Page jeans, but they seem like they're very well made. It's called, the brand is well, they're Page, but the style is Jimmy Skinny.
Wow.
So your phone's going off, Sally.
I'm not answering that.
Grandma Wrinkle says I'm going to quit eBay, I think, and move over to Poshmark and Macari. I kind of agree. But I eBay is one of those sites that I just
you're never gonna have the traffic that you
No.
get with eBay.
And you gotta share like a mad dog when you're on Poshmark. You know, I try to share at least every 4 hours, sometimes every 2 hours.
Mine's really weird because I could share like like how Valerie says, and then the days that I don't share, that's when I get my sales.
That is weird.
It's so weird because like there was not this time, like yesterday I shared and stuff, but the last 2 times that I got sales on Poshmark, it was on days that I did not share at all.
That's crazy.
So I couldn't tell you what works. Just putting new stuff on there.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That's the only thing
the combination of sharing and putting new stuff up every day. There's people that make
Oh, I don't
six
do that every
figures.
day.
You know, there's people that make good money just on Poshmark.
Yeah.
But you have to be adamant about listing. You have to be adamant about sharing.
And you're probably going to have to work that much harder
Sure.
on Poshmark and Mercari to get your sales that you do from eBay, because like I said, the eBay is like, you know,
It's a household name.
It's well known.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of people that you know, will look at eBay before they look at Amazon or before they look at anywhere else. But there's also people that have been burned on eBay and they refuse to buy anything off of there. So that's why they want to go on Poshmark and Mercari and buy. So, you know, you'll have it both ways, you know, a little bit, you know, but I mean, if I were you, I would stick with eBay since you're already on there. I would stick with that and just move your other stuff, you know, just cross list it.
Yep.
And that way you get, you know,
kind of
action out of both.
Double coverage for
Yeah.
for an item. You know, you have better odds of selling your item if it's on multiple platforms rather than just on one or two.
Yeah. And you know that snowsuit that I sold on Poshmark yesterday for $100. I had it listed on eBay for what? Well, I sold it once.
Right.
I sold it once for no, I sold it for $75 on eBay. And it came back to me. It was wrong size. So, but it's been listed since probably, I'm going to say April.
Wow.
So, and, I mean, but you know, with, you know, the weather and everything,
right.
It's kind of understandable why it wouldn't sell till now. But at the same time, you know, you never know, you know, if, you know, it's all about, you know, by chance somebody needs a snowsuit and they go on eBay or they go on Poshmark and they see my snowsuit and that's one they want and that's when they buy.
Yeah. Yep. That is true.
Beth, I'd watch that.
Yeah. J. Marie, I haven't ventured onto Mercari. Mercari's, yeah, I think people have different results. You know, because I haven't had, I've done okay on Mercari, but it's not fabulous. Not for me.
I'll be right back. I have to pee.
Okay. You know, I just haven't had amazing results with it. I've got a few sales over there, but it really hasn't proven itself to me. And I probably got 200 or 300 over there as far as items, but other people do great on it. Yeah, Beth says Mercari's starting to up their game. That's great. You know, up your game and get some more people over there and you know, maybe there's Let's see if they make a few more changes, they would be more successful. Maybe they're looking at that, you know. But I'll try anything. I've tried Macari a couple times, and it didn't do what, you know, what I needed. It didn't cover that that area that I needed. But it's a good site. I know a lot of people that do really well with it. So but yeah, I am just with Poshmark. I think the thing that really gets me is I know that the sharing, a lot of people can't get into that sharing mode. And I completely get it. But the way that I look at it is I don't have to pay anybody for sharing. You know, I don't have to pay promoted listings. It's the same thing as promoted listings basically. You're just promoting it yourself. Um and yes, time is money, and so basically you're paying yourself to promote your listings. I'm okay with that because it's all up to me. Um you know, if I'm not getting any sales, I probably know that I'm not sharing as much as I should, or I'm not listing as much as I should. You know, I could take the blame for that. eBay, you know, you're paying promoted listings and you're listing stuff, but you're still not getting sales. Who are you going to blame? You know, I don't know. I just really I like the whole thought of Poshmark. Um, I think it's a great platform. They have a great customer service. Um, they take care of a lot of stuff that, you know, other platforms wouldn't do. Um, I just think they run a pretty good boat. So, and I used to be kind of against the whole, you know, opening up other platforms or opening up other areas of Poshmark that you can sell on as far as like home and whatever the other um, areas are that you can sell on. But I get it. You know, they're not trying to be eBay. They're just trying to be a platform you can sell, you know, stylish stuff on. You can sell, you know, your clothes. You can sell shoes. You can sell home goods. They're just trying to open it up a little more for people, and I like that.
I like that too.
Maggie says, I read an article yesterday, an interview with Manish. He talked about the sharing creating a completely level playing field for small sellers and big sellers alike. Exactly. That is so true. That is so true. Um, because you're sharing your store just like everybody else has to share their store.
Yeah.
So,
Just think of how that would be if you had to do that on eBay.
oh my God, I would love that.
Well, if that would put you at the top of the search, there's so many people that are on there that would probably not do that,
Yeah.
you
Can you
know.
imagine
And
all the people on eBay if that was the way you did your promoted listings was you had to share? There'd be so many people off of there.
oh yeah,
It'd be like, I'm gone. Bye.
yeah.
You know, that's crazy.
I
Uh,
I know, Mary.
Together, that's a hard. You never know when you're going to get a sale over there.
Mm,
You you could have 10,000 items on and not get a sale over on Together.
yeah,
And then boom, when you least expect it, you get this wild payment from PayPal, and you're like, I wonder where
yeah,
that's from.
yeah.
And it's Together. So
Hmm.
you never know. That's just how True Gather is. But it's so easy because it does, it's kind of you don't even
It's
think about it.
self-maintained.
Yes, you don't even think it just keeps going round and round and round, and I don't know.
It's all from like Google search.
Yeah.
All your sales come from like Google search.
Yep. Man, I'm looking at my outfit and I'm like, what was I thinking? Woo, look at this. I'm gonna
What
show
are you
you.
wearing?
So I got this tie-dye shirt on, and then I got these. Okay. Oh, and I hope I don't fall. And I got these pants on. Yeah,
I think it looks good.
I would hurt somebody's eye.
I'm wearing my my dress that you sent me.
There you go.
With the sweatshirt on top.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
And house shoes.
It's supposed to get up to 50 today.
It was yesterday. It was so cold here. It was like it was like 2 degrees when I got home.
Ugh.
Or no, because I didn't go to work yesterday. It was 2 degrees when I got up yesterday morning. And then all day I was like super cold. And then last night I went to work and I'm, dressing for the weather and everything. And I wore a long sleeve shirt. It was 37 degrees. And I felt like I could have been wearing shorts and would have been more comfortable.
Pattern mixing is very, I don't know. I would probably hurt somebody's eyes if I walked outside with this. But I just wanted to be comfortable for the show. So that's why I did it. Good morning, Lisa. I don't know if I said that yet.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa and Rod.
Is it Rod or Rob?
Rob.
Okay.
You correct me. But yeah, if you get a chance, go over and sub to Lisa with a couple of pickers. That's a good show. Have some pretty good information over there. J. Marie, I told my wife that it's okay to mix patterns now, as long as the colors don't clash, though. Oh boy, I'm clashing like a big dog right now.
Yeah, it really, you can color clash too now. It's in style.
It's acceptable. I fit right in then.
I see it all the time, especially at the store. I mean, but that's not saying much.
I'm sure you get pretty amazed sometimes with the things that people come in with.
Last night, I don't know what this girl was wearing, but she was wearing a blanket for sure.
Oh.
Like a full-size comforter.
Wow.
I don't know what kind of clothes she had underneath it, because all she had on, or all that I know she had on, was a blanket.
Wow.
Liz says, I'm comfortable driving those kids to school every day. I pray I never have to get out of the car in the mornings.
Oh my Lord. I have done that several times where I had taken the kids to school and my car broke down and I was in my pajamas.
Yeah.
That's not, I had a bra on, but still, how embarrassed were they?
Yeah.
How embarrassed was I? It's just, it happened. Yeah, maybe there was nothing underneath, Sally.
Maybe not. I don't know.
She didn't ask, I'm sure.
No. He said, yeah, I got clothes on, see? And then it probably been a event. Yeah, not good.
Oh my gosh. I gotta go let these dogs in. I'll be right back.
Okay. Mine are barking because Brandon's probably back from getting his breakfast. So is anybody doing anything this weekend as far as sourcing, working? I know I have to work all weekend. Oh yeah, my kids would never challenge me on that either. They know I'd I would embarrass them every chance I got.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Cata.
I used to threaten my kids to take my kids to school in my house coat and my curlers. Never challenge me on it. Oh, it's your birthday too, Jay?
Wow.
We're getting burgers from a new burger place. There you go. Maggie Doodle says, I have a show tomorrow. That's right. Today is the 13th. And it's Friday.
Mm.
Oh, I need to go back to bed.
Don't say that. It could be a really good day.
It could be. Hey, it's Emberlin's 1 month birthday.
Oh.
I have missed Julie so much.
I miss Julie too.
she before she had Emberlin, she was calling me like usually it was 2 to 3 times a week, which
Yeah.
that's great. Usually it was like Monday and sometimes during the week, and then Friday she would call.
Mm-hmm.
And since she's had Emberlin and I've been back, I think it was it yesterday? I think she called yesterday. And it was like, I've missed you so much. I've spent a month with you, but, you know, because she was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep that schedule up. You know, I don't know when I'm going to be able to call you, basically. Because she, now she's super, super busy with two. But, yeah, it was exciting. I get spoiled when people call me and then they don't call me no more. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's just like me and you talking. If we don't talk within a few days, you always message me. Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? What did I do? And we always know we can get each other's attention like that too.
Yep.
Are you mad at me?
Yep. I always send that to Amy too.
Oh,
she's
really?
Like, yeah, she's like, no, why would I be mad at you? I'm like, I don't know. I knew I'd get your attention if I sent that. So.
Well, that's how I get your guys' attention.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, tomorrow is the day that Maggie dresses up. They dress up as characters from Whoville.
Oh, cool.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely take some pictures.
Yeah. And Maggie's so stinking cute. I bet she is going to be just cute as hell.
Yep, she is a cutie.
Yeah.
Cutie patootie. Definitely.
Tonight starts our hayride.
Ooh. It's a little chilly for a hayride, ain't it?
Yeah, it's going to be like 21 degrees today, I think. We have blankets
big
on
whoop,
there.
Nikki, big whoop.
everybody sits on the hay bales, and we have blankets on there. So it'll be okay.
Does the hay keep
we have fires so people can warm up afterwards. And then our diner, we now have a furnace in our diner, so they can come in and warm up in there too.
Oh, that's good.
And we serve hot cocoa and s'mores, and the kitchen has chili and.
Mary, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Mary.
There's Glenn. Let's see, what can I talk about?
Oh,
How
that
is getting the wedding together? Have you guys went and seen venues yet?
Oh, that's right. Mary and Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Jennifer.
is Beth still in here?
I think so.
A notification just came up that I received my mammoth that I won on her channel.
No, she took off.
Oh,
Oh, she leave?
She had to go.
I'll share it, then she'll see it.
Jennifer with the red lips.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with my, well, I've listed. I listed yesterday. I listed the day before yesterday, but I thought my sales would have been a little bit better. I only sold a purse yesterday.
Better than nothing.
And like they asked me if I had shipped it yet because they wanted to cancel, and I'm like, nope, I already shipped it. I printed the label, but I hadn't shipped it yet. They don't need to know that.
I know, Mary. It's hard being a mama.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't end at 18.
No.
Mm-mm.
That's a lifetime job.
Yep.
Okay, who you talk to?
It's so weird. Like with me and Job, like, I mean, we talked, the other day whenever I got off the show and everything. We talked for like 3 hours straight. Just sat down and, just had a conversation for like 3 hours. And that's what we used to do when he lived here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I missed it really bad, but like other than that, we didn't really hang out with each other,
Right.
because he was, playing games with Jonah, or, hanging out with Jonah, and then he left, like the next day, like pretty early. So, but it was really good, and like a kind of a sense of peace that he was just here,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And it was like, I don't think he really realizes that, that I care that he's here, but
Oh, it was almost like a check-in. Like you could see
yeah,
him for
yeah,
yourself, that he was doing okay.
yeah,
He's taking good care of himself, and that sometimes that's all it takes,
right.
is just to know that they're okay.
And
And
then not this week, but next week he'll be back. So I'm happy about that.
so when he's coming to visit, is he staying there?
Him and his girlfriend talked about staying here. I think I could probably pop open one of those beds, those air beds that I have,
Yeah.
and put it in the eBay room. I think I might have enough room in there for that. But I said whatever is more comfortable for you guys. Because he says we were talking about maybe getting a hotel, and I said, well, it's whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
And and he goes, yeah, I don't know how I told my girlfriend, that you're eBay seller and stuff, but she's middle class.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
like, oh, thanks.
What am I?
I know.
Jeez.
So,
But I can understand, for somebody. I
yeah,
mean, I wouldn't want just anybody coming in my house,
I know.
and
Yeah,
because I wouldn't want to get the backlash. The
yeah,
reaction.
yeah.
What's
What
wrong
happened
with
in
you?
here?
Do you need to go to the hospital?
Call hoarders,
Yeah.
hurt.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, I understand that. And definitely I was showing Julie yesterday the shelf and everything for my inventory system.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just so happened to mistakenly point towards my pile. And she's like, "Oh, you got a pretty good mess over there." Oh my God. I try to keep it somewhat controlled, but yeah. It's a good thing I can only show a little bit of it. They don't see the whole picture,
Mm-hmm.
but it's getting better. Good morning, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Reselling Addicts. If you guys get a chance, go over and sub to Reselling Addicts. They have weekly shows, several weekly shows actually, and
Hi, Anna.
go over there and sub to them.
Hi, Jen. Come on, Buggy.
They're pretty funny. They got a good show.
I went and sent Dave a message yesterday. He hasn't got back to me yet.
Dave
Gilman.
Oh, okay. I watched the video last night. They look the same.
Yeah.
Nothing's really changed, and I'm still impressed that they can, jump right back into it. And they're good pickers.
Yep.
Sometimes this computer, it's possessed like 24/7, but sometimes it just goes into like overdrive, and it'll come up and it'll say something like Chrome is not responding or something like that. Once it does that, it basically shuts everything down, and I have to go through a cleaner, and then I have to restart it, and then I'm good. By the time I did all that last night, your show was over. So it was not good, but
I hope we have lots of sales because it's Friday the 13th.
no doubt about it. But yeah, definitely, I'll come over. I'm sure you guys are going to have more shows, so there's room for, I can come on another day.
Oh, thank you, Shirley. He is a very hard worker, and actually he has a couple more job interviews this week. So
Well, when is he going to work? When's he going to sleep?
he doesn't work at Sabaros anymore. He's only working at Olive Garden, yeah. I want to say Olive Branch, and then I want to say Olive Tree.
Olive Tree is a hotel, isn't it, in Lindsay?
I don't know. Maybe that's where I'm getting it.
Yeah, Olive Tree is a hotel in Lindsay, right on the 65.
I was trying to tell Brandon the other day where he worked, and I'm like, the olive branch, and he's like, the olive branch. I've never heard of that. And I'm like, what is it? Is it the olive tree? And he's like, no. Try again. He goes, an olive branch is what you extend to make peace or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He says Olive Garden. I'm like, yeah, I've been there once in my life. So
yeah, I've only been Olive Garden
in California.
I love the Olive Garden.
But he applied for another restaurant, but it's they do a lot more. It's what is it called? Like they do they have the table right out front, the cooking table.
Uh-huh.
Like like You know how they do.
Yeah,
But
like
I can't remember what it's called.
yeah. I don't know what it's called either.
What they do?
Where they chop. Yeah, they do that. I don't know what it is,
You
but
know. Yeah, did you get that? All that?
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Got
it. Next time it'll be olive loaf. I'll remember that.
Ooh,
Olive
that
loaf.
sounds,
I love olive loaf. Yum.
I don't think I've ever had olive loaf.
It's
I
really
never-
expensive, but I love it. It's so good.
never
Oh my god.
Never knew that
Is it
even
like
existed.
meatloaf with olives?
No, it's like a almost tripped. It's like a I don't want to say it's bologna, but it's like ham or whatever or something with olives in it. It's a lunch meat.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, it's so good. I love it. Oh my god, yum.
I like olives and I like lunch meat.
yeah, but I don't like them together.
No, I don't like that. No, not my thing.
Oh,
It's really good. I love it. I eat it with cheese and chips and mustard.
hibachi.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that's it.
Nikki's like, what? Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. The
That's
place
cool,
that
though.
he says he's got to work on his knife skills and stuff like that. You know, before he goes to his interview, because he said it's like an interview and then you actually stay there and you cook for a minute, you know, to try out. So
I turned my camera off because I'm laying down. I got cold, so I'm laying down.
Oh my goodness, Mary. You know, sometimes, I mean, it's definitely good that you can be there to lend a hand and, you know, help out your kids and everything. Sometimes, though, you just got to let them swim in their own shit and let them figure it out.
Yep.
I mean, that sounds horrible, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bad analogy probably, but it's actually,
it's true.
You know, it's true because they'll never know if they don't have to do that, then they'll never know. They'll always be doing the same thing. So, you know, if they grow up, you know, deal with it, figure it out. Because if they don't, you know, I don't know.
I mean, I can understand if my kids were in trouble, you know, I think I would help. But then after a while, shit gets old.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, if you don't let them struggle a little bit, they're gonna be like that for their whole life.
Yeah.
My rule of thumb is, you know, I don't mind helping people, and this is in general, even not just my kids. But like I'm pretty lucky. My kids are pretty self-sufficient. They take care of themselves pretty much. But like if they were like, pull it down, like not, if they were like, hey mom, I need money. Now, if I gave my kids money to help them out, it would be a temporary thing. First of all, they would pay me back. So, and I wouldn't expect them to pay me back, but it would be like a one-time thing to help them better themselves. So if it's that instance, you know, where if you help them out with whatever you do, let them live with you, not pay bills or whatever, if it's a stepping stone for them and they use it that way, then you don't mind helping them out. But if it's a constant, I need all the time, then yeah, you need to cut it off because, you know, they need to learn to either sink or swim, you know.
Yep.
And sometimes they need to sink before they learn a few times before they learn how to swim.
Yeah.
You know.
And struggling's not a bad thing all the time. Like struggling helps you overcome.
Yep.
Yeah, they need to learn the struggle. struggle is real, folks.
It's true.
Well, there was
It's
lots of times, my dad's not rich, my mom and dad, but they were, my dad's sitting okay, you know, and there were many times where I needed help and he could have just given it to me, but he didn't. He's like, no, you got to figure this out, but, and I wasn't one of those kids that was like, gimme, 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 but he still made me figure it out on my own. And sure enough, I did.
Yeah.
yeah.
I did,
I
but I
always
learned,
felt like my dad owed me.
Mhm.
I really
huh?
did. I always felt like my dad owed me.
Owed you for what? Gave you
Well,
life.
It was just different, like,
that's a sperm donor.
yeah.
He may have gave me life, but I think me and Sally kind of have the same thought about,
Yeah.
I mean, there's more to being a dad than just being a sperm donor.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
I'm serious. I mean, you gotta, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood all that because I have a good dad. My dad was
Yeah.
always a good dad.
Yeah, and you're very lucky for that.
I am. I'm blessed. I
Yeah.
am very blessed. I had good parents. I had awesome parents.
See, our mom was awesome like that, and she tried to overextend herself as far as being a good mom because she had to be the mom and the dad most of the time.
Yeah. And I mean, like, my parents didn't like lavish us with all kinds of gifts or anything. I mean, but we didn't have to, and we never had to worry about, where the next meal was coming from, or we never had to worry about being cold or not having clothes for what we needed. And, I mean, we always had everything we needed. And yeah, we never had to worry. And we spent a lot of time with both our parents. And my kids spent all times with us too. We raised our kids the same way. And now
Right.
we're very, very close to our kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it that way. My daughters, they have friends who are adults also, and they're like, "Why do you spend so much time with your parents?" They're like, "Well, we like our parents. We like to spend time with them, And their friends will be like, like one, she's from Bemidji, which is about 5 hours or no, 3 hours west of me, and her parents will come up for the weekend and she's like, "Yeah, I got to spend time with my parents this weekend. This is gonna suck," and
Yeah.
and my kids are like, "Oh, I love spending time with my parents."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very blessed.
And that's how, I mean, I feel like, that's how I am with my kids, but like
Mhm.
my dad called and said that he was going to come here in October, and I don't want him to.
Yeah.
I made it sound super cold here. So it pretty much turned him right around. And
Thank you, Sally.
that's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because most people would be like, "Oh yeah, come
Yeah.
on up.
Yeah.
It's all right. It'll be all right. You might be a little
Mhm.
bit chilly, but you'll be fine. Just take bring a jacket." But
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh yeah, when I lived down in southern Minnesota for 3 years, every time my parents were coming down, I couldn't wait. I rolled out the red carpet for them. I just couldn't wait for them to get there.
yep. Well, Mary, I just that's a hard road, when you've got kids that are not appreciative,
Yeah. Yeah.
um and so sometimes we've all been through it. We've been through the rough times. We know that there's rough times out there. They're
Yeah.
coming. You just don't know when they're going to come.
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, and that's the thing that our kids have to learn, and if they don't know it yet, they'll get it.
Yeah.
Well,
It just
that's
might
one
take a
thing
little
I've
time.
noticed about these days is kids don't struggle anymore.
Yep.
I remember when me and Gary were first starting out, we struggled a lot,
Yeah.
and I mean, we still struggle sometimes, occasionally, but but yeah, the kids don't struggle these days. I mean, like all my nephews and stuff. I mean, they all have right from the start. They all had nice vehicles, nice homes. It just didn't seem like they ever struggled.
Hmm.
But now I noticed one of my nephews, he's like credited to the hilt. And if anything was to happen to them, either one of them, and they couldn't work or whatever, they'd be screwed.
Yeah.
They'll lose everything. Yeah, I mean, they got to learn to struggle. That's how you learn.
Yep.
Yeah. And, and it's, I don't know, like, I understand that a lot of kids don't, I mean, not any of us, not saying any of us, but like they don't have to, or they don't have a good role model to show them what it is to work hard and, work for what you got and struggle for what you got,
Mhm.
and so that's why, like my kids, they don't call into work. They work all that they can or all that they're scheduled and then some. When they get called in, they go.
Mine too.
And so like there's a lot of kids that aren't like that.
Yeah.
That they've not had that role model to, see, oh, I should do this because, it's it's better to, work when I'm needed and, and stuff too.
Yep.
And just, struggle with it, but
Yep.
just like that freaking Courtney. Did I tell you that Teresa hired her back?
She did?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's called in the last 2 days.
Man.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
And that donut chick. Oh, Lordy. It looked like she glazed the whole tray.
Woo! Man.
And then she didn't put no glaze on the sour cream.
Oh.
None.
She's making her own donuts.
Yeah.
She's doing her own
She wants
thing.
to do her own menu.
Yeah, well.
That's a big no-peroni.
Excuse me.
Mm.
Yep, that's the thing right there, Joanna. There's nothing wrong with struggling. It
Nope.
makes you, it gives you,
You're proud of what you got.
it gives you something to hold on to. I mean, something to fight for. You have to have something to fight for, to believe in and to want. You gotta do that. So.
And it makes you more proud of what you got.
Sure.
I'm damn proud of what I have. Everything I have is not new, but I'm proud of what I got. I worked hard for that stuff.
Yep.
One show, I mean, I love National Geographic, and what I don't have Sling anymore, but I had Sling and I could watch all the shows on National Geographic that I wanted. Running Wild with Bear Grylls.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Do you know who Bear Grylls is?
I think I've seen that, like an advertisement or something of it, but
he would take celebrities in the middle of the freaking jungle or in the outback, or he'd take them to different locations, and they would I mean, I'm not going to say that, all of it was real or whatever, but it seemed like, they were really like, kind of like on the edge of a freaking cliff,
Yeah.
most of the
Mhm.
time, and had to swim, and I mean, there was different circumstances or whatever, but he would take a celebrity, and it was like they were overcoming something. They were,
Mhm.
learning something about themselves a little bit, and he would have them like there was like a fish that was on, like trapped on this cliff because of the waves and stuff, or the tide would come in or whatever. And one of those big fish, they got stuck in that on that cliff, and he's like, okay, well, we'll put that in your backpack, and stuck it right in this person's backpack, and they're like, oh, you're putting it right in there, huh? And then they climbed up a cliff a little ways, and he says, give me that fish. And so they started just carving parts off this fish, and he goes, is it rotted? And he's like, I don't know, smell it. So they smelled it, and he's like, ooh, that maybe it was a little iffy,
Mhm.
but they grilled it up and ate it, because I mean, what else are they gonna eat out there,
Yep.
And so, thank you. So I just like that, knowing that, they they were struggling, for
Mhm.
a minute, you know, that
Yep.
maybe they never had to do that before.
Right.
I,
Right.
I don't want to change the subject, but I just thought
Okay.
of something when he handed her that food.
Oh,
She could
what?
start a new channel, Mukbang Sally. Instead of Mukbang Sally.
Nicole.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
That's so
Sorry,
funny.
I just thought of that. Mukbang Sally.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, go on. I'm sorry.
That's so funny, Nikki.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's great, Mary. She said I decided to take out a loan and pay up her rent and add her to my phone bill next month. Yeah, I mean, you for somebody like that, I mean, she's not taking advantage of your help. And, you know, I think that's great. She's struggling, she's a single parent. I think that's awesome that
Yeah.
you're helping her. But somebody that's just being, downright not smart about their choices, they could do the right thing, but they do the opposite. um you know I mean, those are the type of people that are going to have struggles, and they're going to it's going to take them a little longer to swim through that shit stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The more that you can rely on other people, the harder your life seems to be.
Hmm.
Like it's always something.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, just for me, struggling, to pay bills or whatever. If I get in a situation, I'm like, man, I'm screwed. You know, I've got plenty of family. I've got people that will help me, but I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna figure it out.
yeah.
I have pride is like the worst thing for me because I don't want anyone to help me. It's not that I don't want to. I don't want to well, how do I want to say this? I don't want anyone to support me, or what am I trying to say? Like,
I don't know.
I don't want to
You don't
lean on
want to
anybody.
handle it.
I don't want to lean on anybody. I don't want, I don't want that. I know that it's out there if I need it.
Yeah.
There's multiple people that I could call, but I don't want to do that. So instead, I'll figure it out. If, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, Mary, So I get it. I know. She says, I really need the eBay sales to pick up.
Yeah.
Pick the fuck up. There you go.
Yeah.
Laugh my ass off. There you go. I said it all.
There you are.
I even dropped the F-bomb. Imagine
Oh,
that.
my virgin ears.
Right? Are they
Whoopsie.
burning yet?
Yeah, my virgin ears.
Oh my God.
But,
You know, I'd never say anything like that.
yeah, I know. But I mean, you gotta fight. And that's the thing about, I could have, just went out and got a job after Mike died.
Yeah.
I could have went out, I mean, there's definitely been, a lot of times where I haven't been able to eat 3 meals a day. I had to ration my food because I had to, make it last.
There's Carol.
There's Carol. We woke her up with the F-bomb.
Look at this restaurant. Decided I was so hungry I needed 2 forks.
There you go. One for the right hand, one for the left. It's a double fork day.
We sang happy birthday earlier to you, Carol.
We did. But I mean, that's what I feel like. If I wouldn't have fought to keep this business,
yeah, you probably wouldn't have be doing it right now.
No. The easy way would have been to go out and get a job. But would I be happy? No.
No, and like we discussed before, Mike didn't want that for you. He wanted you to do this business.
Yeah.
Right.
He supported me. He was the one that pushed me to go full time. And if I would have just went and got a job after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, things happen. Lost my cars, lost, pretty much everything that we had built up together. I lost all those material things. But that's exactly what they were. They're material, Yeah,
and if you would have quit and went and got a job, it would have been like saying poo-poo on you, Mike.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, and it makes me proud that I stood up for that I, continued on and then I'm still here. I mean, it's been over 3 years, so.
Hell yeah.
Still fighting, still clawing through it.
Sherry says I can't stop walking around and singing Mukbang Sally.
I know, I just thought about that right now. I'm like, Mukbang Sally. Damn you, Nikki. Damn you.
It's pretty catchy, isn't it?
Yeah, it actually is. I will give you that one.
There you go, Sally. Try to get some.
I will give you that one. Joanna says, just want to thank Chick Picker for kicking my butt into gear. I started really listing a lot on Wednesday and I've kept listing. Hope this weekend's good. That's kind of the way that I have thought about this, If you're, kind of, if you want to take a day off or kind of lightly list or whatever, do it on Monday and Tuesday. And then kick it into gear Wednesday.
Yep.
Build up your momentum for the weekend.
Yep.
Kind of makes sense, right? Is this a word I should or should not be Googling?
Mukbang.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it. It's funny.
Yeah. Sally Ann. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna end this early. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Valerie hates people eating.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Rita says, Joanna, yes, I agree. It's my hubby who gets in my way about her, but I don't know. I'm in between. It's hard. You want to help and you want your kid to be okay, but nobody wants their kid to suffer,
Yeah.
you know? So
That would be really hard for me too.
Oh, as Jane Marie says, she doesn't know what mukbang means.
yeah, I
Uh-huh.
think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
would
I
be
would
good.
just stay away. Stay away.
Mukbang is people eating large amounts of food in front of the camera and making noises. And
Yeah. Maggie says, "Oh, I would have never gotten onto Poshmark if it weren't for Valerie Chick Picker. It opened up a whole new reselling world for me. Completely changed my business." There you go.
Maggie's good at clothing.
Yeah, she is. She definitely is. Mary says, "I didn't have anyone when I was raising my kids, my 3 kids. No family, no child support, no welfare, just us and 2 or 3 jobs. So I completely understand how my daughter struggles." Yep. No, Carol, we're not doing a joint show. Nibbling Nikki and Mukbang Sally.
There we go. There's our new YouTube coin, Sally.
Oh my gosh.
No, I figure it was to the tune of Mustang Sally.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I mean, we all struggle. We all do what we can do.
Yep.
And, sometimes you kind of have to think on the sly and figure out how the heck you're going to get out of this mess that you're in,
Mhm.
whether you got yourself into it or not. You gotta think about it and figure it out.
Yep.
Life is not easy. It's not meant to be easy.
No.
Because that's where you get the survivors and, the people that want to do good. I don't know. I think I'm just talking out of my ass now.
Just roll with that.
I don't know. What? Oh, it's
What was
just a
that?
message. Never mind. It's just a message. How are the condition of these lenses on the item? Any scratches? Good question. Well, they're a pair of Persol sunglasses, and they're listed for $80, so probably need to answer that.
Yeah, but wouldn't they say on the listing?
Yeah.
Scratches or something.
Yeah.
Nope, we don't learn anything if it's easy.
That's awesome, Maggie. She said, "I'm babysitting for my nephew's 3 kids next Friday. They've just moved closer after living in Virginia Beach for several years. They struggled so much not having family nearby." It's true, Maggie. It's true.
Yeah, we
But
were lucky to have our mom for daycare. She was a built-in daycare center.
Well,
oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I was so lucky for that too.
Thank goodness for that. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, that gave my kids a lot of memories. I mean, when I had my kids, Sally and my other sister Amy, I mean, they were, you know, in their teens or, you know, 10, no, yeah, about 10, 8 to 10, something like that. And so, you know, they would stay at my mom's, but really it would be, you know, Sally and Amy that would be taking care of them, you know, because they played together basically. But so, you know, they have that relationship with you guys too, you know, when they were younger, and you guys built that. So it's all good. You gotta have that family support. I mean, that means a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you have little kids and stuff, you know. And even just that one day, you know, a week or one day every 2 weeks or whatever you can do, you know, that could mean the world.
Right.
So most definitely.
Holy cow, bum crack. Look at you.
Wow. Whatever are you going, how are you going to find the time to package those up? Man. That's awesome.
I need some bum crack juju.
There you go.
Good job, bum crack.
I don't know. I don't know if I want that.
Hi, Mr. Sadie.
Hi, Mr. Sadie.
Pass.
I'll take it, bum crack.
I pass. I don't want any bum crack jujus.
I'll take your bum crack jujus.
No. Oh my gosh. Where's everybody else at?
It may smell like bum cracks, but
Tom, Bridget,
Tom his wife was home today.
Oh, that's right.
Home.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he plays sick on Fridays.
Well, that's sad, fishing and picking. You don't have a good dad. Sorry to hear that.
I don't know. Morning, Mr. Sadie. Hellfire. Yeah. Bum rack juice. That's what I said. And I passed. That's right, Todd. Come on, guys. I can't be the only one talking here.
I'm busy eating.
Yeah.
You're mukbanging.
Oh my gosh.
So, you haven't sent anything into Amazon lately. Are you going to?
Who are you talking to?
You.
I am. I'd like to get a shipment in before I leave.
How's that been going for you?
It's been slow. I mean, I sometimes have my a busy day every once in a while, but it's kind of been slow. I think I'm gonna wait until after Christmas.
Yeah.
And go and see what I can find. After Christmas, maybe like the day after Christmas, go maybe to a couple of Walmarts and see if I can find anything. But it does take money to do that. And so right now I'm just kind of, with the Christmas holiday and all that, trying not to put all of my income or all of my money into that right now.
Right.
Just trying to focus on, getting through the Christmas and the new year. So in reality, I probably won't send anything in until I get back from North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it, just because I need those funds for traveling, not for.
So you don't have anything there just sitting.
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I still have inventory in there. I think I have like 120 items in there.
Oh.
But they just sell, things sell randomly. So
Yeah.
And I go in and I adjust my prices, and I don't have a reprice or anything like that. But I'll go in and I'll change my prices on some things, and so yeah. I mean, it's good. It's a good thing when you're able to feed it. Like when I was doing it, one shipment a week or whatever. I just haven't done anything lately. So.
And you're not finding that the whole like storage price thing isn't too much, or?
Mm-mm. No, because I think they only charge you that, like, what is it, every 6 months or something? They charge you storage.
Oh.
I mean, I don't believe that I think that's the way they do it anyway. Yeah, I don't really have, a whole lot of time, like, to put into, run into all the stores and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to do some retail arbitrage after Christmas is over, and see if I can find, some good deals. It's $40 a month is the fee.
Oh.
But it's a process too. And that's the thing, is when you're in one, like I'm all into eBay right now, and I'm and Poshmark, and when you're into that, other things kind of take the back seat. When I'm into Amazon, other things take the back seat. It's hard to keep them all on one even keel. You should do it, Carol. I really do think you should do it, because you can shop like nobody's business. But yeah, he's talking to
How
you.
was your breakfast?
Oh.
He said, "How was your breakfast?"
That's right.
It was all right. Good enough.
Yes, Liz, I like that part too. I like to be able to get it listed and then send it off to Amazon and be done with it. I don't have to hold on to it, or keep it in a room somewhere. So I do like that part. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's like anything else. It's like you have a big stack of stuff that you need to get onto Amazon, but then you have eBay stuff over here that you got to get listed, and you got this over here that needs to be done. So you just gotta do the best you can. Mr. Say says, if you like to shop for deals, Amazon's for you, Carol. I told my wife we would be rich if she would source for me. Yep.
I was just looking at selling announcements, and I think I had missed something, because say they announced updated return policies to deliver a retail standard returns experience to buyers and help increase conversion for sellers. Starting in March 2020, listings that do not align with one of the following updated returns policy options will be automatically updated for you.
Hmm.
So, and it says no returns, final sale, 30-day returns, free 30-day returns, 60-day returns, free 60-day returns. And then it says 14-day return policy exception in the jewelry and watches selling category.
So I guess if you list a watch or jewelry, you can put a return of 14 days. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Which size is this?
That's kind of cool.
16.
That's, that's gonna be hard, Carol. USPS rates are going up again. It's gonna kill sales even more.
I don't think so.
I
really don't.
I just I don't think it's gonna stop people from buying, because I think people know that they have to pay shipping if they're gonna, whether they pay it through something that says calculated shipping, or paid shipping, or they do it free shipping and the price is higher. I think people are onto that.
You know what? You know what I think they should change the name of shipping to?
Huh.
Not a fee for not having to walk your fat ass into the store and get it yourself.
Oh. Well, that's true. That could be true. Carol says they'll just shop Amazon.
Hi, Julie.
That's not true for every case, though, because not everything on Amazon is Prime, and most people want it, within 4 to 5, 4 days, say, max. If they don't get it within 4 days, they can just go to the store and buy it. Hi, Julie. But I do a lot of Prime shopping. So if I can't get it within, 4 or 5 days, I'll just go in and buy it.
That's right, OJ.
Oh my gosh. What does that mean?
Fee for not having to walk your fat ass in the store and get it yourself.
Oh my gosh. That was awesome.
Bye.
Right.
Good job, OJ. You were listening.
Yeah, that was
You
great.
passed the test.
That was great. Delivery fee is a nice way to say that, Sally. Yeah,
oh, okay.
exactly.
Delivery fee. Or delivery fee.
That's great, Miss Sadie. That actually works very well.
Yeah.
And Julie says Prime is saving me for Christmas. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and like Tara was saying yesterday, they get stuff on. Well, they have third-party sellers on Walmart.com that it's not Walmart that has it, but it's somebody that's selling for Walmart.com, and but you can have all that stuff. I mean, you can buy a coffin on Walmart.com, but I'm not saying run out and get a coffin. I'm saying if you wanted something like that shipped, then you can get it shipped to your Walmart and get free shipping.
Yeah.
So
I have to give it to these companies to, kind of kudos, because they've definitely tried to figure out the whole marketing behind shipping, and how what you need to do to be able to get it into your customers' hands, and the easiest way, the cheapest way, so You know,
Yeah.
there's definitely some thought behind all that.
Well, yeah, and there's, they want to get a one up on somebody else, so they,
Sure,
they have
sure,
to do stuff like that.
sure. Absolutely. And I think that's the same way a lot of people are doing it this year, Julie, is there, who wants to go to the Walmart or the Target or the Macy's or whatever when they can just get on Amazon and order it, and they can even ship it to the person's house if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And, easy peasy.
I don't know what my hair is doing right there.
Target, or Liz says, Target, love them. I shipped 3 big board games to my niece and nephew for $20 between the sale and free shipping. Yeah, that's how a lot of people are doing. I am not a Christmas person. I'm just gonna put that out there. I am not, I wouldn't say that I despise it. I just hate the whole material part of it. I hate that
Yeah.
it stresses people out. I hate that, it stresses your bank account. People go into debt because they're trying to, buy all these presents. And I've always felt that way.
Yeah.
I like it when, a kid like wants something and you're able to get that for them. I like that. But I'm not, I don't know.
Are we doing listing challenge on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, we are. That's the plan anyway. We'll do it till I leave.
Okay. Well,
Oh, that's
good,
awesome,
Maggie.
Maggie. That's great. I'm probably not going to get a tree. I know I said I would, but I'm probably not going to. Yeah, the money on the gifts, it's exhausting.
Yeah. I mean, when you have young kids, I think that's different. I think, I mean, not to say I think you should, you should teach your kids that it's, all about the there you go, Valerie. Your Christmas presents get returned. No, I don't think you should teach your kids that it's all about the presents or whatever.
No.
You should teach them that it's about the giving and that you
Family
can,
being together,
hmm
and
and you don't have to have a gift, to give somebody something.
mhm.
So I tried to instill that in my kids, and I think I failed a little bit because once they turned about 13, 14 years old, all they wanted was, give me gift cards, give me money, give me this, and it's like, and I remember Jen and Chris, they got that both the kids, I think, a $10 gift card for GameStop or something. And Jonah was like, or I can't remember which one it was, but one of them was like, here's mine because it's not enough for, a game or whatever. And I'm like, you don't do that. I jumped his ass because I just couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And so it's hard, and I probably should have took him to a shelter or something and made him serve soup. But, I just, you do the best you can.
Yep.
And I love watching kids open presents.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
It really, makes you
That's the
feel
best.
good to, to see kids open presents. But
Mhm.
On the other hand, it's, kind of hard to transition them into that phase of, oh, where's my presents, to, you need to give something of yourself or something to somebody else.
Yep. Nikki,
Nikki's
are you awake?
asleep.
Nicole, poplar picker, calling poplar picker. You need to go plow over here.
Well,
I woke her up.
You're
She's
plowing
like,
us
like,
all around with your snoring.
$25 an hour. I'm up. I'm awake now. Oh my gosh. I hope everybody has a great Christmas.
yeah.
I'm just not much of a Christmassy. I would love to decorate. I think that's fun. I think that's of course I don't have a tree, so you probably don't even believe that. But I I don't know. Anyway,
I have those motionettes in the eBay room. I haven't sold them yet. I thought about putting in one in each of the windows, plugging them in.
there you
Might as well
go.
be doing something.
There
They're
you go.
earned keep, bitch.
Hi, Dwayne.
Right, Dwayne.
I do. Mr. Sadie says, I believe my grandkids saved my life. I had a real life-changing moment when I held my first granddaughter the day she was born.
Oh,
It's crazy how that happens. It's crazy. And I hate to portray myself as such a Scroogey person, but I like the thought of Christmas. I like everything. At least put a picture of a tree up. I love that thought. I love the thought of family. I love the thought of, just maybe the warmness, all that.
yeah. Maybe just get a plant or a small. Don't they have those little small Christmas trees?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the little plant ones.
Mm-hmm.
He always does that,
well.
doesn't he, Barry? Nick gets some gas station gifts.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But you expect, that's something you expect. You know that's going to happen. You think it's cute, funny, that I like the tradition. I like traditions. And I feel like, once my kids grew up and, we all moved away from each other and there's nothing consistent, I feel like I lost those traditions. I feel like maybe the traditions went on, but it's just without me. And that's, I just feel like I'm not in that mix anymore. And so it's not exciting because, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
And what am I going to do? I don't know. And then of course, holidays and in general, that's always a hard time too. So anyways.
Did you see what OJ said? Speaking of Goodwill socks, I saw some used Holy Men's underwear on hangers in the clothing section. No lie, I almost took a pic.
Oh my
God.
goodness.
That's bad.
Wow.
And then Mr. Sadie says, get a branch and put an ornament on it, for heaven's sake.
A branch? No. I guess I could go out and get one of those branches out of the yard.
Yeah.
But
somebody posted a picture and they were branches.
Uh-huh.
But it was like the first one was really long and then The one above that was a little bit shorter. The one above that was a little bit short. And it looked like a Christmas tree. And
Huh.
then they just hung like an ornament here, you know, a ball here. It was really cute. And then it had lights too.
You never know. Maybe Monday you'll come on and you'll be surprised. And maybe you won't. So don't get your hopes up.
Go cut a switch like my dad used to make me do.
Oh my gosh. We don't do switches around here. That would be awesome, Julie.
That would
Maybe
be
one
really
day when we all get along, we can get everyone together for Christmas party. That would be awesome.
That's what I was thinking doing was a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
What that tree I was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
A Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
What's that?
Haven't you ever seen a Charlie Brown Christmas?
Yeah, but I just don't remember what that is.
It's just
It's nothing.
It's got a trunk and it's got a couple of branches on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, Mr. Sadie. I love Christmas.
I just try to muddle through it, get through it, and move on. So that sounds pretty sad, but that's the way it is. Anyway. Sally, what you got going on today? You got to get some sleep here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gonna stay up for a while though?
I'm gonna probably stay up a couple hours.
Okay.
And I get at least five or six listed.
Yeah. That's good. That is a good thing. I got some listing to do. I'm going to continue on with my inventory system thing. That's pretty much going to be tomorrow too.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get that done.
What's Dwayne doing?
He was responding to Mr. Sadie because he says I'm pretty sentimental or just mental, but I love Christmas, and he goes, just definitely mental.
Oh my gosh.
Dwayne is selling
Mr.
all
Sadie.
those.
My mom used to leave up the tree until mid-January if she could.
Yeah.
Yeah, we leave it up till the Epiphany.
I mean, she loved having the tree up.
Yeah, me too. I leave it up as long as possible.
And when me and Mike, the few years that we did put it up, it was like the day of Christmas. It was already down back up in the attic. It was, And then we just got to the point where it was like too much to even worry about, bringing it down, putting it together. So we just the last couple of years we didn't even put up a tree. So.
Yeah, mine smell more, Jason.
Sell more, list more, buy more. More.
Not even all that, just sell more.
I don't know. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great day, a great weekend. We'll see you on Sunday. We'll be here 10 a.m. Central Time, real time. And we'll be ready for that 8-hour challenge. You guys ready for that?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
We'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.
Have a good day.